Welcome to my channel, Modern Stoic. Let's talk about something powerful. Something that doesn't just change the dynamic between you and a woman, but completely shifts the way she feels about you. We've all heard the phrase, "It's not what you say, it's how you say it." But what if I told you that there are 3 words you can say, no pick-up lines, no fancy gestures, just 3 simple words that almost every woman deep down can't resist. These words are not about using manipulative tactics or saying things just to get a reaction. They're not about playing a game. They're not even about trying to be charming or perfect. No, these words are about something much deeper. Real connection, emotional honesty, a kind of bond that's built on understanding and respect. And let me tell you, when you say these 3 words at the right moment, with the right intention, you unlock something in her that she won't be able to ignore. What do I mean? Think about it. How many times have you spoken to a woman and felt like you were hitting a wall? Maybe she's distant, or maybe you feel like she's holding something back. But then there's that moment when everything shifts. The walls come down, the connection deepens, and it all starts in with 3 words. Simple, yet incredibly powerful words that make her feel safe. Words that make her feel respected. Words that make her feel like she can trust you. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever experienced a moment like that, where just a few words changed everything? Or maybe you've been on the other side, where you've heard these words and felt your heart skip a beat. Trust me, when I say these 3 words can make her look at you differently. They can make her feel seen, understood, and deeply connected to you in a way that few things ever will. Stay with me, because I'm about to reveal what those words are and exactly why they hold such a deep power over her heart. Hey, I'm Amelia, and welcome back to Stoic Paradox, the place where we take a deeper dive into the psychology of relationships, attraction, and emotional intelligence. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on a video that's designed to help you build real, meaningful connections with the people who matter most. Now, I want you to think about something for a second. How often do you hear words from a woman that make you feel like you've been seen? I mean, truly seen. Not just as a guy standing in front of her, but as someone she values, someone she respects, someone she cares about. Words have a special kind of power, don't they? We all know this deep down. The right word spoken at the right time can break through layers of doubt, insecurity, or distance. They can change the way someone feels about you in an instant. And that's exactly what I want to talk to you about today. You see, the thing is, women are incredibly perceptive. They pick up on the smallest cues, the unspoken truths, the quiet moments that might slip by unnoticed. But there are 3 words, just 3, that when said at the right moment carry an undeniable weight. These are words that every woman, no matter how independent or strong she may seem, will almost always respond to. It's not just about trying to impress her. It's not about having the perfect setup or the ideal environment. These words are about emotional honesty. They're about giving her a glimpse into who you really are, how much you value her, and the level of trust you're willing to offer. Think about it. Have you ever heard a woman say something, and in that moment, you felt like she was saying exactly what you needed, to hear words that melted away, any doubts that made you feel like you belonged? Well, the same effect can happen in reverse. When you say the right words that make her feel safe, respected, and valued, you'll be amazed at the kind of connection you can create. And here's the thing, you don't need to be some expert in communication to pull this off. You don't need to have the perfect strategy or a hidden agenda. These 3 words are simple, but their effect is incredibly profound. So what are these words and why are they so powerful? Stick with me, because in just a few moments, I'm going to break down exactly what these words are, how they work, and why they have the ability to make almost every woman react. in a way that feels natural, emotional, and real. Trust me, after this video, you'll never look at your words the same way again. 1. I've got you. Now let's dive into the first phrase that, when said with sincerity and depth, can create an immediate, undeniable emotional connection. I've got you. It sounds simple, right? But these 3 words carry so much weight. Why? Because at its core, it's a promise that you're there truly, genuinely there for her. And in a world where everyone is trying to figure things out on their own, where independence and self-reliance are often celebrated, hearing someone say, I've got you, can be incredibly comforting and reassuring. You see, for many women, there's a constant pressure to juggle life's challenges on their own. They may have built strong, independent lives, but deep down, they also want to feel supported. And when you say, I've got you, you're offering something incredibly valuable, emotional security. You're letting her know that in this moment, she doesn't have to carry the burden alone. But it's not just about saying the words, it's about the energy behind them. When you say, I've got you, make sure that you're embodying authenticity and sincerity. The strength of these words comes not just from the promise itself, but from how deeply you believe in it. Think about how powerful this is. When you speak those words, you're giving her the reassurance that no matter what happens, no matter how difficult the situation may be, you're there to stand beside her. You're not just offering help in the form of physical assistance, but you're offering emotional support. The kind that comes from knowing you've got her back, no matter what. And here's the key. It's not just about what she hears when you say those words. It's about how she feels in that moment. She feels a weight lift off her shoulders. She feels seen and understood in a way that makes her heart feel lighter. Even if only for a few seconds, I've got. You also speaks volumes about trust. By saying it, you're inviting her into your space, letting her know that she can rely on you, lean on you and trust you with her vulnerabilities. It's not just about solving her problems or taking care of things for her. It's about creating an emotional bond where she knows that no matter what happens, she's not alone. In a world where women often feel like they have to be everything to everyone, the perfect friend, partner, professional, and caretaker hearing, I've got you, is like a soft, reassuring hand on her shoulder. It says, I see you, I understand, and I'm here for you. And trust me, there's not a woman out there who doesn't long to hear those words in a meaningful way. So remember, the power of I've got you lies in the intention behind it. It's not just a phrase to say casually or flippantly. It's a declaration of your willingness to be there for her emotionally and mentally. It's a promise that no matter what comes her way, she doesn't have to face it alone. And that's something women can't resist. They crave that deep connection, the kind that lets them feel secure, valued, and loved for who they truly are. 2. I respect you. Now let's move on to one of the most impactful phrases you can say to a woman. I respect you. On the surface, it might seem like a simple expression, but in reality, these 3 words are loaded with significance. And when said with sincerity, they can have an incredible emotional effect. Respect is one of the most attractive qualities in any relationship. And it goes far beyond superficial admiration. When you tell a woman, I respect you, you're not just acknowledging her physical appearance or her achievements. You're honoring her as a person, all of her complexities, strengths and vulnerabilities. You're telling her that you see her for who she truly is, not just for what she can do for you or how she makes you feel. Let me ask you something. How often do we as individuals really feel respected in a world where there's so much pressure to meet expectations, to conform, or to always be on hearing someone genuinely say, I respect you, feels like a breath of fresh air? It's as if all the weight of trying to fit into a mold is lifted off her shoulders. Now think about this. For many women, respect isn't just about being valued in their relationships. It's about being respected for their authenticity. Too often, women are objectified or expected to perform certain roles, whether in society, at work, or even within relationships. But when you say, "I respect you," you're letting her know that she doesn't have to pretend or fit into a box. You're valuing her as she is without judgment or expectation. There's something incredibly disarming about hearing those words because they acknowledge the essence of who she is. It tells her that you value her mind, her emotions, and her spirit. You respect her ambitions, her goals, and even her vulnerabilities. It shows that you're not just interested in the surface level, but that you recognize and honor everything that makes her unique. In addition to that saying, "I respect you," also communicates trust. When you tell a woman you respect her, you're implying that you value her opinions and choices. It's a signal that you don't want to control or change her. You're there to support her decisions, even if they might differ from yours. It's a powerful form of emotional support because it acknowledges her ability to make decisions for herself and live life on her terms. Women at their core want to feel and understood. They don't want to be simply admired for their looks or talents. They want to be seen as multidimensional with layers that go beyond what meets the eye. When you say, "I respect you," you are showing that you appreciate the full spectrum of who she is. You're giving her the space to be vulnerable, to express her thoughts, and to just be without fear of judgment or dismissal. Respect also plays a huge role in emotional security. It builds trust over time because it shows that you'll treat her as an equal. Women want to feel safe enough to share their deepest fears, dreams, and insecurities. When you respect her, you're creating that safe space for her to be open with you, without the worry that she'll be ridiculed or dismissed. Think of how powerful it feels when someone truly respects you. It makes you feel seen. It makes you feel valuable in ways that go far beyond physical appearance or external validation. When you tell a woman, "I respect you," it's not just about complimenting her, it's about recognizing her worth on a deeper level emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually. In romantic relationships, respect is the cornerstone of a lasting connection. It fosters equality, mutual understanding, and trust, all of which create a bond that feels strong and secure. When you respect a woman, you're not just supporting her in her journey. You're acknowledging that you value her as a partner in life, not just someone to rely on. And here's the kicker. When she hears those words from you, she feels an undeniable sense of gratitude and appreciation. It's not something she's heard often enough, and when she does, it resonates deep within her. Respect is rare, but when it's given genuinely, it has the power to melt away any doubt or insecurity, and that's something every woman can't resist. 3, take your time. Now let's talk about a phrase that might seem simple on the surface, but carries a tremendous amount of emotional weight when said with the right intent. Take your time. In today's fast-paced world where everything is go, we're all running to meet deadlines, juggle responsibilities, and manage our busy lives. It's rare to hear someone tell you, "Take your time." It's an invitation to slow down, breathe, and allow things to unfold naturally without pressure. And for many women, this can feel incredibly refreshing. It's like a moment of calm in a storm of constant activity. When you tell a woman, "Take your time," what you're really offering her is permission to pause, permission to not rush through life through decisions or through emotions. You're telling her that there's no urgency, no rush to make things happen quickly. There's space, there's room for her to breathe and go at her own pace. For many women, this gesture speaks volumes. It's a signal that you respect her boundaries and emotions. In relationships, especially early on, there's often pressure to move things forward at a certain pace. whether it's physical, emotional, or even just the relationship itself. Society sometimes gives the impression that if you're not progressing, you're falling behind. But when you say take your time, you are providing her with the emotional space she needs to be comfortable, to think and to feel without the weight of expectation. Think about it. How many times have you felt rushed into making decisions or pressured to respond quickly when you weren't quite sure how you felt? It's overwhelming. But when someone tells you take your time, there's an immediate sense of relief. It says, I understand you're not ready, and that's perfectly okay. There's no need to hurry. I'm here and I'll be patient. This creates a sense of safety, a safe space where she can be herself without fear of rushing through the process. In relationships, there's this natural pull to move forward quickly, especially when emotions are running high. But sometimes the best thing you can do is to slow things down. When you offer her this kind of emotional space, you're showing that you respect her, timing her process and her emotional journey. You're not pressuring her to move faster than she's ready for. Instead, you're allowing the relationship to evolve at a pace that feels right for both of you. This simple phrase also acknowledges that things don't need to be rushed for the sake of proving anything. You're not trying to force an outcome or speed up the timeline of your connection. You're telling her that you value the process itself, that you're enjoying each step, and that you don't want to miss out on the richness of getting to know one another. In a world where instant gratification is often the norm, take your time becomes an act of intimacy. It's an invitation to savor the moment, to allow the relationship to grow naturally, and to experience the journey together without trying to control the speed at which it unfolds. But here's the real magic of take your time. It's not just about the relationship or the moments you share together. It's about showing that you understand her needs, her pace and her boundaries. It's an acknowledgement that her feelings and emotional well-being are important. Saying, take your time. Create space for her to be vulnerable, to open up, explore her feelings and make decisions without the pressure of urgency. What's more, telling her to take. Her time shows a level of maturity and emotional intelligence. You're not focused on rushing through things to get the result you want. You're focused on nurturing the connection, allowing both of you the time you need to truly understand each other, to build trust and to deepen your bond. And trust me, this is something women deeply appreciate. In the long run, offering her this kind of emotional freedom makes her feel cherished and valued for more than just the moments you're sharing in the now. It makes her feel like you respect the bigger picture, the emotional depth and authenticity of the connection that's being built. And that's the kind of relationship that lasts. So now that you've heard how these 3 simple yet powerful phrases, I've got you, I respect you, and take your time can make a world of difference in how a woman feels about you. I want to know, which of these words do you think has the most emotional power? Have you ever experienced the magic of saying them in a moment that truly connected you with someone? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts, your experiences, or even questions you might have. I love reading your comments and hearing about the connections you're building. Remember, real relationships aren't just built on what you say. They're built on the honesty and intention behind the words. Thank you. If you like this video, please share the video, and subscribe to our channel, Modern Stoic, and also press the bell icon button so that our next video will reach you easily. Thank you very much.